Oh, hello and welcome to the live Monday show. I am Catherine, or Kate
And
for short.
And I am Joshua, or Josh for short.
This is Simply Support, a support service that you're obviously a part of. And we want to introduce the show by just saying thank you for being here. This is something that me and Joshua not joke about, like we're very passionate about this. We talk about Simply Support a lot because this is our service to the world. But we joke about like how funny is it that we are just this Discord community that is
Hovers
just
around on the
started
internet.
and we've got 13, 15, 16 people now in the group and we're like, wow, this is so great. Thank you, TikTok algorithm, for connecting us with these people that need support because we love supporting
Yep.
people and we're so glad that you're here. So thank you everyone that's joined. There's so much to come, which is what we want to explain in this weekly show is keep you updated on our intentions. Thank you for being in the community, celebrate things in the community and share what's to come so that you're updated with what's going on with us, and that way you can consistently receive support in the best way for you.
Yeah, it's kind of like a town hall meeting. If anybody's in other communities, you may have seen this nomenclature or the naming like that, but that's what it is, just to keep you guys up to date, introduce ourselves a little bit more. I haven't been on camera yet, so hello, Simply Support, which is very interesting because I've been doing this internet community building game for 4 years, and this is the latest rendition, which I'm very excited about. It feels the most aligned with the things. So we've got some notes here. We've made our introductions. If you check in the Discord, you can see your supporters. But even in just writing that, I realized, man, there's been some updates since I last wrote one of those introductions. You know, a lot has changed in my life, who I am and what I do. And it's just really good. I just wanted to share with you guys that there is a lot of power in introducing yourself to communities, because this is a community. This isn't just like Kate and Josh have the answers and you sit and wait and get the answers. That's not one of those things. It's a community where we all want to grow together and share support, ideas and things. And in a internet world where it's hard to find real people, I guess one way to do that is to start introducing yourself in groups, and you'll quickly find where the real people are in the groups, because they'll be like, oh, cool, there's a real person, I'm a real person, let's communicate. So please feel free to do that. There's the general chat. If you're in one of our group programs, there's also other chats there, but it will say welcome, and you'll see other people introducing themselves. So lots of power in it. It's free. Definitely do that.
Exactly. I second Joshua. And I'm just going to reiterate what he said because this is new information that's in the group, is the hashtag supporters. It was implied that it was there in step 3, but it wasn't. And now it's just been added. So you'll learn more information about Steve, me, and Joshua, which I just love. So if you want to go check out that information and learn more about us, I definitely support it. And thank you to whoever has introduced themselves in the community. And like he said, we're really excited to learn about who you are. And if you introduce yourself and what you're going through, we can start a conversation, and you can start a conversation with others, connect, because you don't know until you know.
It's true.
And this idea of community is something that is very special and brings healing, because we're so used to, oh, I have to figure this all out on my own. And it's like the story of the independent person and having to support themselves, but we're learning that's not true. When you're regularly supported with a community of people, great healing happens.
Strength in numbers.
Strength in numbers.
Yeah, so I think that would be good, Kate, to at that point segue into more of the vision of this group and what it is people connect, what we're trying to achieve, and then we'll talk about why we're trying to achieve it.
Okay. So number 1 priority for us, provide consistent support. Over the years of working with individuals, it was kind of hit or miss if after they were supported by us, they kept going in terms of the same momentum that we had brought up when we were working with them. So we would find that we would work with individuals for a month, 6 months, 9 months. And then after our relation, like after we part ways and they're like, okay, well, I want some independence for a while, things start to like fall apart and aren't really as much as what they want. some people are able to, keep the momentum going themselves, but not everyone. And so we wanted to be able to provide that consistent support to people in a way that was affordable, because we really think that consistency with support really is what dictates, quote unquote, success in any endeavor in life.
Yeah, it's like the first domino. And if you do this sort of work of like trying to help people with things, and we have been doing that for many years, and the combined hourage that we've clocked in, in one-to-one group sessions, you do start to see patterns pretty quickly, and we've recorded a lot of data. And the support aspect is like the first domino, because if you don't have the support, kind of anything after that is pretty much a game to zero. Whereas if you have the support, then anything on top of that actually multiplies its effect. So it's out of all of the things, I've tried and tested lots of different variables as to what does give success. And the reason we do it in inverted commas is because one part of our whole community is that will look different and feel different for everybody. And it's good to define your own version of that. But whatever you define that as, we believe that on the path to achieving it and closing the gap to be closer to it, having to put a support network in place really does go a long way. And in our own experiences too, like I do other things outside of this that require a lot of support, and I still go through it, and Kate does too. And being here to support each other, we realize the power of that,
Exactly.
So being able to share that is why we've set this up.
Yeah, and just so like we can be here as consistent support, that's number one for us.
Yeah.
And I think we covered that well, and it's a good transitionary point to making it as accessible as possible for you. So it's one thing that we are here every single week, we're offering that consistent support, but it's you that has to make the effort to make this a thing for you. So we make it accessible as possible for you. You have access to tickets that we will respond to right away. And once that happens, we'll work our way to having a call with you, talking with you over the phone, getting more context, getting to know you, helping you find solutions to what's going on. And as long as you make that ticket and you reach out to us and you start that conversation, you get access to a free 20-minute call, not just then at that moment, but every single month.
Yeah.
Because we want to be consistently there for you in a way that's accessible. And what's more accessible than a free 20-minute call every single month to just check up on you. Hey, how you doing? Based on what we talked about a month ago. That's our number one step. And that's for everyone that joins the community, that opportunity is there.
And if anybody thinks that seems wildly inefficient from a business point of view, because it is, to be honest, I've done a lot of internet businesses, and that whole model is very inverse to anything I've seen or done before, because it is inefficient, but it's off the back of many realizations that I've had and Kate's had about like what this human experience is about. And a big part of our human experience and what we take great joy from is the support of others. And therefore, that's just the act of doing it. So the finances come kind of after the fact, because the strength in community, and we want this to be a bigger than just a transaction once. So it is wildly inefficient, but I believe, and Kate believes, that if you do things from a place of love and faith and believing, then the inefficiency works its way to being efficient. So that's
completely efficient to you, but not to a business. I want to explain one more point about what you just said, because I think it's important to say is that although we're offering it, like I said, all of these require your decision, your steps to communicating with us, your steps to, oh, I do want to get on this call every month, because we found that even if the opportunity for this path to support is available, there's still resistance in taking it. And that's why we don't make things as tangible maybe as it seems, because we never know if you'll get on the call, just because it is there every month, like it is on you to be like, oh, I do want to show up every single month and be consistently supported. So it's a two-way street, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So go ahead and transition.
I mean, if it's obviously a two-way street, because who are we going to be supporting if nobody shows up?
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah.
But I'm saying, like, to show up, us showing up for you is important, but it's important to show up for yourself as well.
Oh yeah,
that's
definitely.
what I was trying to.
Yeah. Yeah, don't show up for us, it's showing up for yourself. That's
Yeah,
where
yeah.
that's where I was confused. I was like, oh.
Mhm.
But now I get it, yeah, definitely. And that's probably the hardest step to being supported, is a kind of admitting and accepting that you need support. But I don't know, I always used to resist it too, thinking I could do everything on my own. And I do believe that's how we're conditioned, because then there's more sense of joy in the victory if you do it alone, or sense of joy in the struggle. But we're asking you to lay those beliefs and let them go, because they're terrible, and I'm not entirely sure why we are conditioned that way, but there is strength in numbers, and having a support network. Just look at anybody that's ever done anything. The first thing they do is thank their team,
Yeah.
and they're always like, "Without these people, I wouldn't have made it." That they're saying that that's real.
Mhm.
And for the everyday regular person like us, having a team doesn't make sense always. It's like, why do I need a team if I'm just going about my life? But I can tell you from experience that your life just improves if you're doing it with as a team, and that's what this is, a support team. It's not just it's a community, you know. So
Yeah.
um
Well said.
and with the inefficient business model explained, how it will become efficient is we want to provide
There's a
opportunity.
bug.
Wow, I didn't provide. We want to, like, as part of our roadmap, is we want to create and provide opportunities for you guys in the community to, you know, do this work yourself as well, because it's very rewarding. And it can be very rewarding not only, you know, emotionally and purpose in your life, but also financially with the skills that you can learn. Like, being a supporter is a skill set in itself that really translates well into a lot of things. So we want to provide opportunities for that when it makes sense, and provide just opportunities within the team. We've got some gaps that will need filling. They already are starting to stretch as we stretch, and they'll need filling. And we will look to always recruit internally with people that we can trust, people that we're supporting, and give back in that way as well. So that's kind of like a longer term benefit to getting supported, which is cool.
Right. Like as a community, like we know everything and we're always right. You know,
I'm always right. That's the truth.
this is a learning experience for all of us. And what Joshua is saying is that there are, you know, steps towards healing. If you've never been in a group healing session or a one-on-one call like that, it can be intimidating.
Definitely.
And it's something that you can work towards and ease yourself into over time.
By chatting.
And that's why when you make a ticket and you talk with us and you get on the phone, you know, we will make decisions of, you know, okay, what can we do right now? But then what is long-term support look like to you? You know, if it's that free 20-minute call, that's great. You know, like that's what our goal here is, here for you consistently, no strings attached type deal. Like you're here, we love that you're here. But then it's like, okay, well, what if I want to take a step further in my growth and support, get further support? And that's where we do offer group sessions where you and 6 people are in a pod and you
Six
meet
people, not 3 or 6.
3 to 6, 6 people will be in a pod and you get to communicate.
It's more
And
intimate,
one of us, me, Joshua, or Steven will be hosting these sessions. It's most likely going to be
you'll be paired with a supporter.
Yes, and you come and we just, whatever's going on, we sort it out in a group scenario. And it's like any group healing. And if you haven't experienced it, you heal while others are healing. You watch the healing happening in real time, where even if you're not being interacted with in the group scenario, you're like, oh, I'm not alone. This person's experiencing this. And oh my goodness, I relate to that so much. And they've been going through it and I saw that how they worked through it and I've got new perspective. It's a magical experience. I have experienced it time and time again with my own training and then working with others in group pods as well. It's beautiful. So we've got that opportunities for you. If you talk with us and if you're interested in that, we can work out a way for that to happen for you, for you to get into these groups, as well as there's opportunities to work one-on-one with me and there's opportunities to work one-on-one with Joshua. And that's available for you as well to invest in. And that's what we like to use in terminology, is invest in yourself, invest in the process of being supported, because before me and Joshua were married, I invested in Joshua. I invested in him as a supporter. He was my friend and he was my mentor before he was my husband. And he did the same for me. He invested in me and our time together. And, we've invested in other people as mentors and supporters over time. And it's just something that we want to normalize for you here in the community. So I hope that, was that explained well?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So just recapping, the benefits really are you get support right now, you get longer term support if you want it, and more opportunities on top of that if you want that too. So and it all starts from just sticking around. And if you didn't get the bottom line from what Kate was
Sticking
saying,
around and talking to us,
sticking around and talking to us and getting involved. So that's that's all the content we have for this video, but I just want to just pre-release some things that Kate's working on, and then go from there. So Kate, what are you working on at the moment for these wonderful people in the community?
Right. So I'm all about being on the call with people in real time, working things out and finding the solution there, and less about courses, pre-recorded content. But I recognize there is value in pre-recorded content. And over the years, I've collected 73 pages worth of content that I believe is extremely valuable. And out of all 73 pages, I've pinpoint 3 exact steps, systems, videos, processes, whatever you can say, that are going to allow you to start supporting yourself on your own. It's something where, yes, you can invest in me and go through the process, but realistically, it is something you can figure out by yourself, because me and Joshua have done these 3 exercises by ourselves and seen results. So I'm very excited to be sharing it with you. It's something that these 3 things transform my life and many others. And so I've got it pretty much drafted, and I hope that's coming to you within the next week.
Cool. Very nice. Very, very nice. All right. So just to recap the things, basically your next steps. If you've already raised a ticket, then you're good. You have a support plan in place or a call on the way, which is cool. So just keep doing that and stay engaged. If you haven't already raised a ticket, please do so, and you'll be chatting with the team. We can get you on your way to being supported, and most of all, have fun. Have fun today, and have fun just in general, because life's well too short not to. Cool.
Thank you for watching.
Much love. We'll pause the recording.
No, I think for the moment I'm really good. And because I had to go soon because I have some problems with my internet, but I wanted to say to you that I guess this is a really good opportunity. I haven't had the chance to really see what this was about. And so I'm really excited to do it. And I'm really hoping that we can see each other in the future. So thank you very much for this.
Oh, that's great to hear.
Cool, dude.
So great. We'll catch up soon then.
Catch up soon, and just raise a ticket when it's very easy. Click the button and we'll be chatting, all right?
Yeah, perfectly. Yeah, I'll do that. Thank you very much.
Have a lovely rest of your day.
Have a good rest of your day.
Much love.
Much love.
Bye.
You too. Bye.